Special thanks to Patreon supporter Trenchfighter8 for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare aircraft tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Saab JAS 39 Gripen. The Saab JAS 39 Gripen, which translates to English as Gripen, is a single light engine multi-role fighter aircraft manufactured by the Swedish aerospace company Saab AB. The Gripen has a delta, wing, and canard configuration with relaxed stability, design, and fly-by-wire flight controls. Various versions have been built, grouped as A, C, and E series. The Gripen A and C series are powered by the GE F404G engine, and the E series is powered by the GE F414G engine and has a top speed of Mach 2. Later aircraft are modified for NATO interoperability standards and air-to-air refueling. In 1979, the Swedish government began development studies for an aircraft capable fighter attack and reconnaissance missions to replace the Saab 35 Draken and the 37 Viggen in the Swedish Air Force. A new design for the Saab from Saab was selected and developed as the JAS 39. First flying in 1988, delivery of the first serial production airplane occurred in 1993 and entered service with the Swedish Air Force in 1996. Upgraded variants feature more advanced avionics and adaptations for longer mission times entering service in 2003. To market the aircraft internationally, Saab formed partnerships and collaborative efforts with overseas aerospace companies, including in 2001 BAE Systems. On the export market, early models of the Gripen achieved moderate success in sales to nations in Central Europe, South Africa, and Southeast Asia. Bribery was suspected in some of these procurements, but authorities closed the investigation in 2009. An updated and redeveloped version, designated the Gripen JS 39E-F, but previously referred to as the Gripen NG or the Super JAS, began deliveries to the Swedish and Brazilian Air Forces as of 2019, and changes from the C to E series include adaptation of a new power plant, the F414G, an active electronically scanned array, radar, and a significantly increased internal fuel capacity. As of 2020, more than 271 Gripens of all models A through F have been built. So yeah, the JAS 39 Gripen, pretty much the main pinnacle Swedish fighter currently in service with the Swedish Air Force. A really cool fighter, and just really has that nice European look with the canards and delta wing configuration, which seemed to be kind of a popular design choice with many European countries. But overall, really nice aircraft, and will make an awesome addition to any of your Modern Warfare lines. And I think this is actually our first, we've done some modern Swedish aircraft before, but this is our kind of a newer model. We haven't visited them in quite a while, so this is a huge upgrade over the previous JAS 39 Gripen, which we did a tutorial on a while back. But yeah, should be a fun build to do. Before we go ahead and take a look at it, though, I want to go ahead and give a special thanks to Patreon supporter Trenchfighter8 for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel where you already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is down in my video descriptions, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so, earn a view request you're choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel. It's really greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check that out. Again, links are always in my video descriptions. With that, though, let's go and dive in here to take a look at the JAS 39 Gripen. So, going ahead and jumping into it, we have the front nose of the aircraft here. In a little white tip. Most of the designs of this aircraft seem to be in that light gray color, and have like a little bit of a white tip nose, or a kind of a shade of white. So that's what we have up here in the front. We then have the cockpit, the intakes on both sides there. As we work our way back further, we have the wings in their delta configuration like so, and then we also have the canards here coming off the intakes there to the sides. For the loadout, we have a couple of missiles here on the wings here. Much larger missiles, also a drop tank on the bottom, and some air-to-air missiles on the sides here. These lot bigger missiles, I believe, are some sort of cruise missile or something of that sort. I'm not 100% sure on the exact missile it's equipped with in this loadout here, but was a good kind of picture I was able to use and go off of for building that. And then we have obviously the tail of the aircraft here. Nothing too fancy about that, pretty straightforward and standard. But yeah, pretty nice aircraft overall. Should be a fun build. We haven't seen any Swedish modern aircraft in quite some time, so it's fun to revisit them and build another or redesign an aircraft from their line. Anyways, with that, let's go and move into our tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our first layer, and we go ahead and begin with layer 3. Now we're starting with layer 3 because it gives us a better basis to kind of build off of, rather than starting with layer 1, which will be kind of just the bottom of some of the missiles and stuff like that we're going to put on the pylons. So with layer 3 here, we're going to be going ahead and starting. If you're completely new to my aircraft tutorials, a few things I want to mention is that first, I like to do half on camera, half off. What this means is we're going to be building the center line of this aircraft on camera, and then the entire right side. It'll be up to you guys in between layers to copy what we do on the right side over to the left side. This aircraft is completely symmetrical, so whatever we do on one side will be done on the other, unless said otherwise. So just know that whatever we do on one side will be transferred over across that center line to the other side. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. Now, the first thing we're going to go ahead and want to do is we're going to go ahead and want to make sure that we clarify if you want to do the landed version, which the landed version 1 is available. We have a landed version and an in-flight version. We're going to be building the aircraft in flight first and then add the landing gear on at the end as a modification. If you do want to build the landed version, make sure you start layer 3 here, a total of 3 blocks up from the ground level. So we have 1, 2, 3 blocks of space, and then on our 4th layer here from the ground level, we have the start here of layer 3. Very important to make sure that is correct, because obviously if you deviate from that, it's too high, too low, it's not going to sit properly when we go back to add the landing gear. So just make sure it's at that height and good to go. Obviously if you're building the in-flight version, just make sure you have enough clearance and you're not going to run into the build height limit. Anyways, let's go and get started. First thing we want to do is we're going to place down a smooth quartz top set. We're going to be using smooth quartz throughout this entire build, so we're not going to use any normal quartz. If I do just say quartz, I am meaning smooth quartz, so please just use smooth quartz. Don't use the normal quartz because you get those harsh lines that separate the blocks. So anyways, to begin with, we're going to place down a smooth quartz top set, followed by an iron trapdoor coming off the slab toward the direction you want the front, which would be that way there. We're going to go ahead and then place down, if you're on Java, 2 pistons. So upside down, so place down basically some blocks above these pistons, like so. And we're going to place down our 2 pistons below these like that. We're going to leave those pistons alone for right now. We're going to come back to them a little bit later. If you are on a different version, such as Bedrock or Pocket Edition from Java, you can place down a quartz top slab and then a quartz upside down stair and have the same effect there for the front. These pistons here are going to be a little bit better for shaping, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. After those 2 blocks though, we're going to take our smooth quartz, and we're going to place down a row of 7 of smooth quartz blocks back, followed by 2 black concrete blocks, and then take our smooth quartz again. We're going to place down a row back that goes back a total of 10. We're going to then place down again 2 pistons. So on the top here, 2 pistons upside down like that. If you're on a different version, again, we can place down 2 quartz full blocks, a quartz full block, a quartz upside down stair. Either one will work. But again, on Java, we're going to place down those pistons like so. After that, we're going to place down a quartz top slab, a polished black stone top slab, and a dark oak trapdoor there on the end. That right there is going to complete our center line, and we're going to go and start working our way out to the sides. We're going to start off and place down 2 skeleton skulls, come off these 2 on the sides there of those 2 pistons. And we then want to go and place down a white stained glass pane here, a light gray stained glass pane, and then 1, 2, 3 of these andesite walls back, a stone stair, and then a stone corner stair like so, followed by a stone slab, a black concrete block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or actually, sorry, to be 8 smooth quartz blocks in total. So yeah, 8 in total here. We're going to then place down a quartz upside down stair. So 2 upside down stairs here. We're going to then place down 2 quartz top sides back, and then an iron trapdoor there on the end. And after that, going back up to the front here, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves an item frame and a white bed here and a dark oak sign. We're going to place down an item frame on the side of this wall here. A item frame like that with a white bed in the item frame rotated like that sideways, and then a dark oak sign on the side there of that item frame if you're on Java. From this though, we're going to go then place down a stone stair like this out to the side. Going back from the stone stair, we're going to place down a second stair, and then a corner stair like this coming off this stair like so. We then want to take our andesite walls and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, just 2 andesite walls back, and then 2 diorite walls. Go into these 2 stone walls here and place down 2 item frames, white beds in those item frames rotated sideways, and then a dark oak sign on the side there of these walls as well. So like that. And then we want to go ahead and place down an acacia wood button on the back here of this corner stair. With that, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves our quartz stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 quartz upside down stairs. And we're going to then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 quartz top slabs, and then 2 iron trapdoors after that. After we have that done, we're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quartz top slabs. Then 1, 2, 3 iron trapdoors. Next row here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 iron trapdoors along the side here. We're going to then place down a quartz stair, like so. And then going back from that quartz stair, we're going to place down a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 diorite walls back. And then a quartz upside down stair here on the back. After that quartz upside down stair, we're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, and 3 iron trapdoors, like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a iron trapdoor coming off this third diorite wall, so like this. We're going to then go back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, we want to then go to the side here. Place down a quartz stair like so. We're going to go back from that with 3 diorite walls. 1, 2, 3. Then an upside down stair, and then an iron trapdoor like that on the end there. Next row here is going to be an iron trapdoor coming off the side of this wall. Then we're going to place down 3 more iron trapdoors back for a row of 4. And then 2 iron trapdoors coming off these 2 right there. After that is all done, we want to go then grab ourselves some birchwood fence gates. We're going to place down 2 birchwood fence gates on these 2 iron trapdoors here. And we then want to go and place down one more that goes forward from them like so. On the back here, we're going to place down a quartz upside down stair. Like so, a birchwood fence gate opened up to the sides here of the stair like that. And we then want to go and place down a birchwood sign on the sides here of these 2 fence gates, as well as an item frame coming off the back of this stair, and then a black concrete block in the item frame, and a birchwood sign on the side of the, or on the back here of the stair as well if you're on Java. After that, we're going to then place down a quartz upside down stair here in the front. So like so. We're going to go ahead and follow this up with a birchwood fence gate, open up to both sides like so. And we then want to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull coming off this stair here. And after that, we're going to go then take a dark oak sign, and we're going to place down a dark oak sign on the side of this fence gate like that. And after we have that all done there, that is going to basically wrap up what we have for this first layer here, layer number 3. Taking a look at it from above, this is what it should look like for the top-down view so far. In addition, up here in the front, if you are on Java, we can go ahead and do another feature. Now, this is going to be a Java-only feature. If you're not on Java, I would recommend going ahead and just skipping ahead in the video to the next layer. But basically for this, very simple. We're going to place down a block that comes off this light gray stainless pane, leaving a block of space, and then we have this orange concrete block, or just this block. It doesn't really matter what you use. We're going to place down a tripwire hook on the side of that block, and then using the /give @p Minecraft :debug stick _stick, we're going to go ahead and grab this and use our wand here. We're going to go ahead and left click the tripwire hook, and we're going to then rotate it by going ahead and left clicking selected facing until we get that, and then we're going to go ahead and right click until it basically faces our glass pane there. And the same thing will be done over here on this side as well. So just like this to the side, tripwire hook, and boom, like so. And with that all complete there, that is really all you need to do for those tripwire hooks there on the sides. And with that, that will conclude everything we have there for layer 3. Let's drop down to layer number 1 and 2. Alright guys, moving into our next layers, we have layers 1 through 2. For these layers here, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and making one quick change to layer number 3. That is going to be replacing these 2 middle black concrete blocks with 2 smooth quartz blocks instead. Just going to kind of be a little bit of a quality of life improvement on the bottom here of the aircraft. Nothing too major, but just go ahead and make that change there. Anyways, let's get started. First thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and go to the second quartz block from the front here. We're going to place down a stone button. We're going to then place down a lever and have it facing backwards like so. We're going to place down a row of 3 of iron trap doors. Now after we have that done to the sides, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron trap doors, and then 1, 2, and 3 like that on the outsides there to the intakes. When we get to this point right here, we're going to go and skip 1, 2, 3, and on our 4th block back from that iron trap door down the center line, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 of our direct walls. After we have that done, we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 quartz top slabs underneath those walls, and then 2 quartz top slabs going in either direction, like that to both sides. So just like that. On top of the quartz top slabs here next to the walls, we're going to place down pistons. So just like this to both sides there, followed by a quartz slab to both sides. On the front, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor coming off this quartz slab and also coming off the quartz top slab. And on the back here, we're going to place down a daylight detector as well as a quartz slab or an iron trapdoor on the bottom of that. And we can use our debug stick here to close this if we're on Java. So we'll just go ahead and select open to false. And we can also go ahead and basically place a birchwood trapdoor there instead if you do not have access to a debug stick. Either one will work for that situation there. After that's done, go into the sides here of the daylight detector. We're going to place down a end rod and then 2 skeleton skulls forward. We're going to then grab ourselves some quartz slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 quartz slabs, and then 2 skeleton skulls like that going forward as well. We also want to place down iron trapdoors on the bottom here of these quartz slabs, just like that. And after we have that done, we can go ahead and then take our debug stick. So if you still have this from the previous layer, and we can go ahead and just right click our pistons here, and we can change them to look like that. If you're on a different version of Minecraft, I'd recommend probably putting quartz stairs right here with the back of the stair facing the walls. So you can put quartz stairs there as a alternative for that section there. Anyways, going to the back, we're going to then go to the last quartz block here in the center line. We're going to place down a lever like that, flick downwards like so. After that's all done, that's going to do it for our middle kind of pylon there, or middle fuel tank. And we're going to now move to our missiles here to the sides. Now these missiles here really aren't anything too complex. I'm just going to be going ahead and grabbing the materials necessary for them, and we'll go ahead and get building them. Now what we want to do to go ahead and get started with here is we're going to take our quartz full blocks and we're going to place down a row of 4 underneath the direct walls. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on this innermost pylon. We're going to then place down one more block back. That's going to go and be basically in line with the stair here. On the back, we're going to place down a skeleton skull. We then want to place down a birchwood sign to the sides here, and then crouching and placing a birchwood sign coming off that sign like this to both sides. After that, we then want to go ahead and place down a row of 2 of birchwood fence gates coming off this quartz block toward the front, a skeleton skull there on the tip, and then a birchwood fence gate coming off this fence gate here to both sides and opened up toward it like so. And right there will basically create that missile there. Next missile is going to be basically the same thing. This missile here will start with the first, or the, the second, or the first direct wall. So we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 quartz blocks. Skeleton skull on the back here. Again, same thing we did before. Birchwood sign, crouch, sign placing coming off that sign over here, sign coming off it like that. We then want to go ahead and place down 2 of our birchwood fence gates forward, a skeleton skull on the tip, and a birchwood fence gate coming off both sides of this one, opened up toward it like that. After that's all done, we want to go then place down an iron trapdoor on the bottom here of these blocks here, and then a birchwood sign on the side of these iron trapdoors like that. After that's all complete, last thing we really need to do here, actually that right there is actually it. Just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything, and everything does appear to be good to go. So that's going to do it for our missiles and basically our loadout for the aircraft. That's layers 1 and 2 complete. Let's move up to layer number 3. Moving into our next layer, we actually have layer 4. For layer 4 to get started with here, we're going to place down a daylight detector, turn this to night mode on top of this iron trapdoor here in the front. We're going to place down an end rod and chain coming off it going forward. Going back from this daylight detector, we're going to place down a quartz slab, smooth quartz, a piston, another smooth quartz block, a stone block, and then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 black concrete. You can also leave this space open if you do want to do an interior for this aircraft. Unfortunately, we really don't have much interior space, so for us, we're just going to go ahead and close this off as it's kind of the best approach for us in this situation. So we're just going to place this with black concrete just so we don't have a void that looks inside the aircraft. We then want to place down 2 quartz blocks, a black concrete block, and then a row of stone blocks going back. This row here in total is going to be 11 blocks. On the back here, you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. If you want to have this aircraft in flight with the engines activated, I placed down a shroom light followed by an orange stained glass block. If you want to have this aircraft landed and the engine turned off, I would place down a black concrete block right here where this shroom light is, and then a stone button on the side of it. So couple alternatives there for you guys. If you have the aircraft parked, you obviously don't want the engines just sitting here looking like they're on. So that right there is kind of an alternative you can do as well. With that done, we're going to then place down a skeleton skull coming off the side of this piston here, followed by a white stained glass pane, and then a light gray stained glass pane. We're going to then place down 1, 2, 3, 4 andesite walls. Also in the front here, I would place down a quartz slab instead of the piston if, again, the piston is not available to you guys using our techniques that we're going to be using. So basically, if you're not in Java. Anyways, after that, though, we're going to then take our stone stairs. We're going to place down a row, or just a stone upside down stair, and then a stone upside down corner stair. After that, we're going to then place down a stone top slab, followed by a black concrete block like so. We're going to go then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 stone blocks back, a polished black stone wall, and then a black stained glass pane. After that, going back up to the front, we're going to place down a stone upside down stair that will be over this section here. So like that. A second upside down stair back from that, and then a upside down corner stair like so. We're going to then place down a stone full block here, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 stone blocks back, then 1, 2, and 3 stone stairs, and then a skeleton skull here. After that, a stone stair. Once we have that done, we're going to then place down 1, 2, and 3 iron trap doors coming off the second, third, and fourth stone blocks here on the side. And we'll be coming back to that banner there a little bit later. But this right here is going to lead us into the wings of the aircraft. For the wings here, we're going to place down a daylight detector, turn this to night mode, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 stone slabs back. We're going to then place down a stone brick stair here, and then 1, 2, 3 stone brick stairs back from it. So you have a corner stair, and then you have basically 3 normal stairs back, and then another corner stair here on the back, like so. We're going to then place down another daylight detector up here, turn this to night mode, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone stairs back, and then we're going to place down 2 daylight detectors and turn those to night mode. After that, we're going to place down another daylight detector here, turn this to night mode, then 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone slabs back. We're going to then place down a row of 2 daylight detectors, turn those to night mode, and then an iron trapdoor right there. Continue now, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 daylight detectors, turn those to night mode like so. Actually, sorry, it's only going to be a row of 3, my bad. No, actually, sorry, I was right, a row of 4 like this, and those are all going to be turned to night mode. And actually one more, so you have a row of 5, and then an iron trapdoor like so. Our next row here is going to be a row of 3. We're going to go ahead and go to the second one here, 1, 2, 3 daylight detectors, turn those to night mode, and then 2 iron trapdoors back from that. We then want to place down a row of 4 of iron trapdoors across this section here, and then a row of 2 on top of those 2, like that, to bring us to our wing tips. We're going to then expand upon our missiles here on the edge of the wings by placing down a skeleton skull here, and then a redstone repeater on top of the stair with the notches spread apart like so. And right there will basically conclude what we have for layer number 4. And at this point also, we can go ahead and take our debug stick, and by right-clicking each of these pistons, we can go ahead and change them to extended to false, or sorry, extended to true, so just like we did down there for that section there. But that will basically update those pistons there. And the reason we waited so long is, for example, if we place down a piston on the ground and a piston next to it, and we go ahead and place a debug stick, and then we place a block next to the piston, no matter what, it will alter the piston back to its normal shape. So we just kind of held off until we fully completed the area around the piston, so we won't be touching them any further and making you guys have to reactivate them, all that stuff. So anyways, that right there is going to do it for the main structure for this layer. However, at this point, we are going to go ahead and now move into basically building those banners there, which you can see are the little markings there on the sides of the intake. So I'm going to go and grab the materials, and I'm going to show you guys how to make those real quick. Alright guys, so when it comes to making these banners, they're really simple to make. We're going to go ahead and need a loom, 2 light gray banners, 2 white dye, and 2 light gray dye. We're going to place down our loom like so, and we're going to then go into the loom, place a light gray banner, and our white dye. For both these banners here, we're going to be going ahead and doing the diagonal lines like this to go ahead and create an X. So we're going to be actually making an X, not using the default X because these lines are a little thinner. Now you can use this if you do want to, but I do like the thicker lines a little bit more on this aircraft. So that is why I am going to basically make it using these 2 diagonals. Now we have these 2 X banners with the light gray banner and the X there. We're going to go ahead and place this banner back into the loom and our light gray dye. For both these banners, we're going to split them in half. Our first banner, we're going to go ahead and place the light gray on the left side, so let's split it in half like that, and then we're going to place the light gray on the right side. And basically, to go ahead and make these banners, you want basically the open end of the kind of arrow facing toward the front. So basically the air would come in, kind of arrow showing the airflow, so obviously the aircraft would be moving forward, the airflow would be going back. The kind of way to look at it, but basically you want it to look like this. And same thing over here. We'll use the other banner over here on this side to go ahead and replicate that same design. So that'll be on both sides there on that stone upside down stair there on the very leading edge there of those intakes. And other than that, that's it for our banners. And with that, let's go ahead and move into layer number 5. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to get started with here, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor on top of this stone block right here. Going back from that, we're going to place down a nether brick slab, followed by a row of 4 of black stained glass blocks. then 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks, followed by a row of 7 of pistons. At this point, you can also try to use these end portal frames. So you can use those as well. Those don't look as good, but they do have that same height that we're kind of going for that we get with pistons. You can also use snow, layering it to get to that level, or you can just use stone slabs. Whatever you think works best for you guys, but the idea here is to kind of have this little spine stick up a little bit more than the sides here. So pistons really, in using the debugs, are going to be your best bet. End portal frames probably a good second, or kind of tied with snow. So you could also use snow here on the spine to kind of create that cool, a little bit of a dip down. So again, a couple options for you guys when it comes to that, but let's go ahead and continue on. So after we have that row of 7 of whatever blocks you choose, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 5 of stone blocks, a polished black stone slab, and a dark oak trapdoor on the end there. After that, going back up to the front, we're going to go to the sides for light gray stained glass pane, a black stained glass pane, 2 narrow brick walls, and then a andesite wall, followed by 1, 2 stone stairs, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stone slabs, and 1 and 2 daylight detectors turned to night mode. After we have that all done, continue to work our way out to the sides. We're going to go and get into our canards. We're going to place down a iron trapdoor right there on top of that second stone stair. 2 daylight detectors back, turn to night mode like so. After we have that done, we're going to then place down a row of 2 of iron trapdoors there, a dark oak sign on the side of this iron trapdoor right here. Then taking our light gray carpet, we're going to place down a row of 3 across like so. Then 2 iron trapdoors, and then a daylight detector like this, turn to night mode coming off this iron trapdoor right there. And once we have that all done right there, that is going to conclude what we have there for layer number 5. Layer number 5. Also, we'll go back with a debug stick, and if you haven't already on Java, we can go ahead and alter those pistons there by going ahead and right-clicking them like that. So that's kind of the goal. The height we're going for that midsection there for the spine. Anyways, though, that is going to conclude layer 5, and let's move on to layer number 6. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 6. For layer 6 to begin with, we're going to go to the second black stained glass block. We're going to place down an air brick slab on top of it, 2 daylight detectors back from it, turn to night mode, as well as a stone button on top of this first black stained glass block here. After those 2 daylight detectors, we're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors, and then a andesite wall on top of the stone block on the end here. We then want to place down a light gray stained glass pane on top of the stone block, 4 stone blocks back from that glass pane, 2 item frames to the side of the first 2 blocks, and then white beds in those item frames rotated sideways. Also, in those item frames, we're going to place down dark oak signs on the sides of these blocks, like so, again, if you are on Java. With that all done, though, that is going to conclude layer 6, and with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our last final layers. Going ahead and moving into our final layers here, we have layers 7 through 10. For these layers, we're going to go ahead and go to the tail section here. We're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and place down a row of 4 of stone blocks across the top here, followed by a an end rod, and then a chain coming off that end rod like that going forward from that block. We then want to go ahead and go from this. We're going to place down a stone block here in the back, a block of coal, another stone block like so, and then a skeleton skull here. Going up again, 2 stone blocks, a light gray stained glass pane, and another skeleton skull. And then we're also going to place down 2 dark oak signs here on the sides of these 2 stone blocks to both sides. After that, to end this, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 stone slabs on top of those 2 stone blocks. With that all complete, though, that is going to wrap up what we have for the in-flight version, layer 7 through 10 of this build. At this point in time, we're going to go ahead and now move into the landed version. If you're just here for the in-flight version, you're pretty much good to go for the tutorial. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into the landed version. So with that, let's go ahead and do the landing gear. Alright guys, so going ahead and continuing on to our landing gear. So for our landing gear here, we're going to start off by going ahead and doing our front gear. We're going to start off by placing down a quartz upside-down stair instead of this iron trapdoor. So we're going to place that right there. We then want to delete this iron trapdoor here, this quartz block, followed by this iron trapdoor, this quartz block, and this iron trapdoor and quartz block like that. We then want to take our stone brick walls. We're going to place down 1 and 2 stone brick walls down like so. A stone brick upside-down stair on the bottom here. Tripwire hook coming out the back of the stair, and then a quartz top slab coming out the bottom there of the stair. Or sorry, a stone brick top slab. We're going to go ahead and place down a block of coal to both sides, followed by a white banner. Now this banner design is a little unique. We went ahead and put a white banner, did a black border, and then a black line horizontally through the center. I'm not going to go and show you guys how to make it into the loom because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But this banner here is just going to go ahead and go on the sides there to give a little bit more highlight to our front wheels. We then also want to go ahead and delete these 2 iron trapdoors and replace these with quartz top slabs. Same thing over here. And we're going to go ahead and also place down 2 quartz top slabs in that section in there for the wheel well. With that all done, that right there is going to conclude the front wheel, and let's move on to the back wheels. Going ahead and moving into our rear landing gear, we're going to go ahead and start up and going ahead and going down to this section here. We're going to go ahead and go to right after this quartz stair here. We're going to then delete these 2 quartz full blocks right here like that. Now, once we get that all done, we're going to then break this quartz top slab, so we have a space of 3 broken out. We're going to place down a stone brick stair here, stone brick wall that comes down from it, another stone brick stair, and then going down directly from the stair out to the side, we're going to place down 2 polished black stone walls like so, and on top of these walls, we're going to place down 2 wither skeleton skulls. We then want to swap out these 3 quartz top slabs right in front of our little wheel well that we cut open, and we're going to place down a row 3 of quartz upside down stairs in their place. We're going to go and then place down a skeleton skull coming off the side here of the stair. We're going to then place down a placeholder block here, and then our skeleton skull coming off the side of this stair going up. Actually, sorry, this can be up 1 more. So our first skeleton skull coming off this wall, and our next one's going to be kind of coming off this stair, or kind of like this to the side there. We then want to place down an iron trapdoor there in the middle space between the skeleton skull and stair like that. And once we have that done, that right there is going to do it for our rear landing gear. You're going to take the same design, copy it over to the other side, and once you do, you'll be pretty much all set and good to go for what we have there for the landing gear. And that right there will conclude my tutorial here for the JAS 39 Gripen. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this aircraft and are able to put it to good use. If you do use this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This meeting from a sound the build, tweet to my channel or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for your freezer for our project you guys are working on. Other than that, hopefully you enjoy the build and all that fun stuff. With that though, again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter Trench Fighter 8 for making this tutorial possible. And as always, if you're interested in supporting the channel where you already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video description. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's been Garrett 204, and I'll see you guys next time.